Well, hello, everybody. Um, well, before I can properly say hello, I guess I should get the YouTube stream going. YouTube, we're coming at you live, coming at you late night. I didn't expect to do a late night stream. I I didn't expect to. You probably didn't expect this either. But here we are once again in our studio environment, filming straight to you live. Worldwide, baby. Coming at you. Worldwide. All across the globe. Hopefully the audio's alright. Um, there's only so much I can do about that, but I try and make sure it's a-okay. Gotta make sure things are peachy keen for the viewers in the back, just to make sure everybody can hear my gums flap for the next couple hours. We might be making it to wizard hours tonight. I'm under the influence of the wizard's potion, and well, I'll be going into late hours of the night while under the influence of the wizard's brew. If you happen to be a very astute viewer, you might notice that I've made some slight modifications to my nighttime tuber, just because I felt like I needed to do some refinements. And the next thing that's on the chopping block for refinements is that little logo you see in the top left up there. But anyway, let's get this freaking stream down the road, shall we? Let's get this freaking oh god, why am I playing Minecraft? Because I like playing Minecraft, that's why. Okay, quit yapping, start playing Minecraft. Hopefully Minecraft's not too loud. It is a little bit loud on my end, but let's see who's on. Rickster, Bug Boy, and Radiant Gerb. Radiant. What's going on, Radiates? Radiates in the chat. Let's see what's going on in the Minecraft server. Peter, what's going on the Minecraft server? Oh, that's right, I was mining for gold again. Hi, Ricky. Looks like I'm getting I don't know if it's like a panicked welcome or a warm welcome. Feels like it's been ages. Well, I mean, I play just about every day, or at least every other day. I know. Good seeing you too. I know. Good seeing you, Rickster. Good seeing you on Minecraft. Uh, I think it's just been that we haven't been on at similar times. Oh, Ricky's got some raw gold. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Okay, well, I can definitely use that. 'Cause that'll save us some mining, I think. Uh, let's see what the Rickster has. Let's see. Let's see what you got for us. What you got for us? What you got for the gold supply? Give the goblin his gold. Give it to him. Oh my goodness. Oh good God. Wow. Yeah. Uh, well, this should take a good dent out of it. I don't know exactly how much I'll need, but I have put at least 3 stacks into the monument so far. This is a big help. Well, looks like we get to start the stream building because it looks like I've received a sizable donation of gold to get things started. So that's great. That is just great. That is great. Thank you, Risky. It's always good to have help. I'll say that much. You know, yeah, yeah, raw gold. I'll tell Risky. It goes good with honeycomb too, which is good in its own right. Then I guess yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff if I do say so myself. Yeah, I like raw gold. It's almost like I used to call it cobbled gold, you know? That's something I call it from time to time is cobbled gold. Because, oh, great, the public map art is opening tomorrow too. If you all don't know, if you're familiar with r/place, we're basically doing a map art like that on the server. And so that's another fun event that we're having. And that's going to be hosted by Loki Ender, the iconic Minecraft server moderator. So, that'll be fun. We're going to have that. It went pretty good last time, so that's why we're having another one. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Here, I'll show you all the last public map art event we had. The first version of every event that we have on this server is kind of like a pilot, because there's always little screws you got to tighten and everything. But yeah, it looks like that's opening up tomorrow. I'll show you how it went last year. They took a map of every day, so they did this for like a week. So here's before day one. I'm put mine up in the top left corner just so it would be kind of noticeable. I was kind of doing this red blue thing. I kind of wish the red was a little lighter though, so it stood out against it. But yeah, this is day one, day two. You get the point. Oh, hey, Melly. Oh, does the stream title say Hightail? Oh, good God. Well, thanks for catching that. I need to change that. Hey, Melly, I heard your Discord got hacked. Are you good? Are you hacking me right now? I don't think you're hacking me, unless you are. Are things good? Are things um you you okay? Melly got hacked in her sleep. That sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear about that. Wow. Yeah, that happens from time to time. Dang, what were they doing? What was the hacker trying to do? Like, were they trying to steal stuff from other people? I mean, I don't know. I need to change that title. Oh God, that's um. Let's see. It's not Morning Hightail. It's Midnight Minecraft. There we go. That's a more fitting title. There. I'll add the title Minecraft. I guess while I'm here, I can add some other tags. We'll say um, chill. Chill. Is that a popular tag? Yeah. Um, and I'll say Minecraft building. Building. Okay. There we go. There we go. That seems good. Okay. Now where do I press done? I press done and I change it. I change the stream title because I'm a goofy goober. There we go. All right, let's see what Melly has to say about getting hacked. But yeah, here's the rest of this little. See, it got pretty cool towards the end. I'm liking how it turned out, but we're gonna do another event in this style. Let's see what Melly says. She says they basically sent a scam on my account to probably the first 100 people in my DMs. And to every server I can message in, it hit my alt as well. So that's another whole set of DMs I have to go through too. Oh man, yeah, because I saw this morning whenever I woke up, I saw like a ping from you, and I was like, well, there's nothing here. So I guess now we know the story behind that. I think you also got banned from the V8 server, unfortunately, but at least the Discord server. So sorry about that. But yeah, Melly said I spent like 50 minutes clearing up all of the messages. Dang. So is it like, hey, Risky, welcome to the stream? Melly got hacked. Melly got hacked big time. Um, yeah. Well, how no, how did you like? How did that happen? Like, does that just like randomly happen, or like what is that going to happen to me? Could that happen to anybody? Because that's concerning. Dustin says, I told them someone stole all my crypto. What? What? Melly says, my best guess is it happened from a Vencord plugin, which grabbed my token, which gave them access to my accounts. Melly, you're speaking Greek, but I probably should research that because that sounds concerning. Ah. Dustin says, Jake Paul got me good. Yeah, Jake Paul, Mr. Beast, whoever else, you know, they're pretty sneaky. They'll get you. They'll get you. You won. Your car's extended warranty is about to expire. You won a new extended warranty for free. It's all scams. It's all scams. Dang. It was a Logan Paul gambling site scam. Well, there's a little PSA for everybody out there. You got to watch out. Radiant Lily says, Glitchy, I showed my mom my drawings of Ray Ripley and she said she looked spicy. She is spicy. Oh, well, she's not wrong. Risky says, at work, our Twitter account got hacked a similar way. The last person who ran the account linked it to a service or something and it started posting crypto stuff. Oh, crypto scams. Yeah. Oh, we really haven't come that far from the Nigerian prince, have we? We really haven't. Yeah, you got to dumb it down for me, Melly, because well, first, well, I mean, if you explain to me like what a token is and how it can get stole from a plugin. Um, oh, Risky says, can we get a Glueberg update? Well, unfortunately, my Glueberg is in a different location right now. I did add to it last stream, though. I did add to it last stream. I forgot to take it with me. The Glueberg moves with me. The Glueberg moves with me. We'll get it back. We'll get it back eventually. Don't worry about it. I'm figuring out a technique for that. Don't worry, Risky. I'm figuring out a technique on how to load. Yeah, just layer it on there. Okay, Melly says you have a token on your Discord account. It's kind of like your session ID on Minecraft. If they take your token, they can use that token to instantly log into your account, bypassing your password, your email, any two-factor authentication. So how do I keep people from getting my token? How do I like what where are they getting the tokens from? Are they getting them from like the Chuck E. Cheese like slot machine? Like what's happening? Don't get fished. Melly, I'm a Neanderthal. You're gonna have to explain to me how to not get fished. I mean, I know not to click on any suspicious links, but like, okay, Melly says phishing is just don't click on suspicious links. Oh, okay, that's fair enough, I guess. And don't download anything suspicious either. Yeah, that's a big point. That's a big point. Oh, If you could only tell that to 10-year-old me who bricked his old PC with all kinds of viruses and malware. I had to learn it the hard way. Oop, whoops-a-daisy. Sorry about the wall of text. There we go. All right, let's see what we can get for this little monumentation here now. Now that we're getting things, oh, Dustin wants to see. Dustin wants to see Whiskey's base. It's actually pretty cool, believe it or not. This is just the name of the player, okay? That's all. But yeah, I'll show you. Check this out. This is actually a pretty cool place. I'm glad you mentioned that, Risky. So this is Whiskey's base. I got this sphere here. Melly's seen this base before. It's pretty close to one of the player towns, I think. Something going on in here. Yeah, it gets cooler than this. It gets cooler than this. Look at this over here. Check this out. I like this. I like how it's arranged. I kind of wish they'd log on and add more to it because it's got a lot of potential. Just how it's being laid out here. And here. I wonder. Oh man. Maybe it'll be one of those players that come back after a long hiatus or something. I don't know. You could see sometimes they come back. Sometimes they come back. They've come back after longer amounts of time, and judging by the amount of effort Whiskey's put in, I don't think it's necessarily past the realm of reality. See, they got little solar lights everywhere and nice little moat and got trees everywhere and yeah, I don't know how they managed to get away with that username. Oh, I need to watch out for these map arts. These things will get you. I'm going to walk into one of these things one day and I'm going to be screwed. Okay, it's going to be the minion map art. All right, mark my words. It's going to happen one of these days. I really need to get like a client-side mod that just blocks things out. But then again, I want to show off map arts on stream too, so I think that's just a risk that I'm going to have to run. But anyway, I probably shouldn't have even put that out into the world, really, because then that'll give people ideas, you know? We can't give people ideas. uh, Luckily, I think you all are fairly trustworthy. Here's the inside over here. Did a little bit of interior, but you know I like domes. I'm a dome guy, so I really liked this base. And then it'd be cool if they put like a glass dome over this thing, or maybe they want it to be open. It'd be cool if I think this is supposed to be open, to be honest. That'd be pretty cool if it is. So like some things are kind of open, some things are closed. They're all, it's just fun. I like it. I like it. And then they got the little corners, and it's consistent theming. We love a good consistent theme. Then we have this little entry gate over here, and or the beginnings of one, and this little diamond berg. Risky says, "Thank God someone finally removed the Pikachu." Oh, I think you're referring to the Raichu map art because I think I think we're on a sim. I think yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh, Risky says, "When I first joined, it was one of the first things I saw." Oh God. Yeah. Well, Melly's not seen it. Well, it's out there. It's out there, and let's just say, well, it's Interesting. It's very interesting. That's all I want to say. I don't want to describe too much about it. Anyway, anyway. Oh, whoops! Today's I accidentally sat. I did here. Um. Yeah. Let's turn off sit toggle. I accidentally sit clicked. It's really not as invasive as I initially thought it would be, but I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, they took away the crouch unsit functionality on this server. I don't quite know why. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of strange, but whatever. What whatever. We I guess it's slash sit. We have slash sit. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to building. Let's get back to building. You know, there's a lot of strange caveats and I don't know. There's a lot of strange things that go on this server. All right, let's do what we originally set out to do because I have not placed a single block during this stream. I've just been yapping. Yap, yap, yap. Melly says she's had a headache. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hopefully it gets better. Probably all those dang video games. Risky says, have you taken a time lapse of this build? No, but I'm sure if I take enough stream clips and kind of mash them all together, I'm sure I'd get something that resembles a time lapse. Yeah, Melly has a headache from all the hacking. It's listen, Melly, it's not a headache, it's criminal's guilt. Okay? We're gonna behead you in the streets. Heads will roll. I'm gonna make more scaffolds. I've been using these 39 scaffolds for a while now. Yep, yep, for hacking. For hacking. That's right. That's right. It will get rid of the headache. It'll get rid of the headache. Yep. Let's see. I'm going to chop up these bambinos. That's a fun sound, isn't it? That was a little ASMR moment. That was good for me. That made me feel better about things. Me chopping those bamboos down right there. Alright, so we have these, and now I'm gonna go over here and get the string. I don't know if I want this much scaffolds, though, because a little bit goes a long way with this stuff. Maybe I just need, like, just a couple. Because you get, like, what, 6? And that's, you know, a little bit goes a long way with scaffolds. I don't know why they were so generous with it, but I'm not going to question it. It's just one of those quirks of the game, I guess. Let's see. Let's see here. Let me put these away. I'll put them in the plant box. I'll put them in the plant box. How's things going in chat world? Y'all y'all having a good Saturday night? Melly, it's probably Sunday morning for you now. What is it, like 6 a.m.? 6 hours? 5 a.m.? I'm always like an hour off. For some reason, I always think it's 6 hours whenever it's 5. I have an aunt that works in like the medical field, and she always has weird hours. You all probably have the same like time schedule, to be honest. I know somebody else that works at a Toyota factory, and there's like certain shifts where if you get like, I think it's like third shift, it's like, I don't know, like sometime in the evening until early in the next morning, and whenever you have that shift, you never see the light of day. They get paid extra though. You know, my grandma actually used to work in a factory. She worked at a whirlpool factory making vacuum cleaners. That was back in, I think, the 70s or 80s. But eventually they got bought out, and I guess they were shifting production overseas like they did in, many factories at that time. And they, uh, yeah, they ended up buying her position out, so she just ended up retiring early. Risky says, my sister worked at a factory in high school. It made salt and pepper shakers. Oh, that's quaint. That sounds like fun. Man, I feel like it would be kind of difficult to juggle high school and a factory job, but I guess they offered some part-time positions. I think it's good to have factories. I mean, I know office jobs like maybe are a bit cushier and in some cases pay better, but if the economy is not producing anything like physical, and I know physical goods can get imported, but I feel like it's domestic production is an important thing to a certain degree, just to have a healthy local economy that can function independently. Not to mention the fact that it would probably reduce some of the transport headaches. Risky says, yeah, it was part-time. He says, I think it wasn't bad, just repetitive. Well, I guess that's not too bad then. Yeah, I'd expect it to be repetitive. That's kind of the nature of those types of jobs. I did know somebody that knew somebody, so this is a couple of degrees worth of separation between people, but I don't know if you all are familiar with the Longenberger Basket Company. I can pull up an image of that. Here, let me see. Uh, well, I'll show you a picture of their headquarters because it's pretty famous. It's a famous building, and I went there one time to the Longenberger Basket. It's like a crazy roadside attraction. Now, unfortunately, this company was a little bit mismanaged, so it deservedly went under. But here, I'll show you a picture of the famous Longenberger Basket building, and yeah, that's what they produced. They probably back in the 90s they would just weave baskets, and that was like a big craze for a while. Like that was like the trendy thing. It's like the I don't know, like the Stanley Cup of the 90s or whatever. Longenberger baskets, at least from what I've heard. um, let's see let's see here it is. Here, this is their headquarters. You see this giant basket building here? One thing I like about what they did with it is that they made the windows like go with the weaving. I thought that was kind of fun. But yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, Risky's been there too. Yeah, it's up in Ohio. But Yeah, I had a friend that knew somebody that works there a long time ago. Uh, Supposedly it was a pretty good gig whenever it was going, but they were also kind of weird and racist and stuff for some reason, like the company was. But anyway, that's yeah. Frisky says us Midwest guys got to stick together. That's right. That's right. One cool thing about the highways around that Longenberger basket is that there was a lot of wildflowers that they had planted alongside the highway. So there's just this colorful patchwork of wildflowers, like all kinds of these vibrant blues and pinks, and it's actually pretty beautiful. And apparently that was part of a policy that was put in place back in the 60s or 70s by uh, President Johnson's first lady, Lady Bird Johnson. So, yeah, there's an interesting bit of trivia, but they don't really have that over here in the state that I live. I see somebody's username over there. Who was that? Did you see that? Who is that? Who's sneaking around? Who's sneaking around up there? But yeah, it was pretty seeing all those wildflowers planted next to the highway. That was another thing I noticed because I went during the spring. It's actually pretty famous, like architecturally for some reason. I mean, I can see some reasons for that, but yeah, it's like a building that architects reference from time to time. I don't know if we should put it on that much of a pedestal, but I'm sure there's some kind of philosophy behind it that makes it important. Oh, it's Risky that's been snooping around here. I guess I should explain what I'm trying to do here. So I'm just kind of digging these little ribs out of here so I can just easily. Now I could just punch a bunch of holes in here because what I'm really trying to do is just make room for these lights, but it's easier just to carve these little ridges into here because then I can just go along, I can just crawl along and carve it out that way. So it's just, just what I can do the quickest, basically. In this case, the doing way of things happens to be the quickest way of things. So that was just a happy coincidence. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I can just easily fit those lights in here. Got to think of it kind of systematically whenever you do this thing. Kind of repetitive. Yeah, Risky likes the gold wall. Yeah. And I put all these lights along the border here so there'll be even lighting all around the doorway. And you can already kind of see it kind of giving it this little glowing effect because the Minecraft block lighting has a yellow tint to it, whereas the sky lighting has a bluish tint to it. So it's going to look like the gold is glowing whenever it has all this block lighting coming out of it. That's the intention. This is all going to get screwed up whenever Mojang finally adds, what is it, vibrant visuals to Java, because they're going to do that at some point. And then all of my all of my builder's edge that I had because I experiment with natural Minecraft lighting goes out the window. But, well, we can have fun with it while it lasts, I guess. I'm sure some people will still have it switched off for performance reasons anyway. But, yeah, it's not going to be the lowest common denominator anymore, I don't think, as to, you know, yeah. Risky says he's probably not going to do it, but I know a lot of people are. I know a lot of people are, especially if they make it the default, because it is the default on Bedrock, having vibrant visuals on. You have to manually go and switch it off. Melly says, I heard PCs. I guess she's continuing to type. I guess I'll say whatever she has to say whenever it gets typed out. Oh, Melly's confused about the context. I'm talking about vibrant visuals on Java Edition and the implications that it'll have for me trying to include block lighting in my Minecraft design decisions. Well, block lighting versus daylighting, which are two very different things. You know, block lighting, daylighting, block lighting, daylighting. And then there they are together. I wonder what my grand total of scaffolds is now. Melly says, I can use vibrant visuals on my PC, but it has to be the simplified version. What I hope Mojang does is that I hope they really optimize, and I think they are, they really try to optimize vibrant visuals. That's what I hope they do. And they should, if they're trying to make it work for every platform. But I think that'll be the advantage of having vibrant visuals. Of course, I don't know how much you really could optimize a shader, because I'm sure there's people out there that have already tried doing that as much as they could. Melly says, I have a 4060 and it runs terribly whenever I put the settings up. Well, maybe some people will have it off still. I don't know. It might be alright. It might be alright that I'm still working with what I'm working with. It could also be that they just never add vibrant visuals for Java Edition, you know? I mean, that could be an option too, because they think, well, if you have Java Edition, you're just going to install shaders anyway, you know? And that could be the case. It could be the case, just like how people on Java Edition download mods instead of going to the Minecraft Marketplace. It could, maybe that's what they were thinking. They're just trying to create an equivalent for that. But I don't know. I don't know. I think they've installed some framework in order to make it happen on Java, but you know, they've installed frameworks for things in the past that they just later decided to kind of can. I guess only time will tell. Here, I'm gonna put these lights in here first. Put these silly little lights in here. I don't need it there, I don't think. So let's see. I'll just put them on top of those, like that. So this, now you can see, why I carved these out, just so I can quickly go and just put these in just like that. That's why I did that. Got a system. I gotta have a system down. Risky says, I wonder if we'll ever get the illusioner. Yeah, I don't know. You can still spawn the illusioner in it. Like, you can, like, fight him, and, like, there's, like, a whole thing. Like, you can... The illusioner is fully functional. He just doesn't spawn. I like how whimsical he is, though. I feel like the illusioner is the most whimsical of the illagers. I think it would be fun if there was, like, like an illusioner tower, like a just for him, just for the illusioner. I think that would be fun because he seems very whimsical. Or maybe they could like add like towers, like towers um, to the Dark Oak mansions, and at the top of the tower lives the illusioner. I think that would be pretty fun. Because he's so whimsical. I don't know, he's filled with whimsy. I think it'd be interesting if there's like different kinds of Minecraft NPCs. But maybe not overdo it, but I don't know, like some kind of different species other than villagers and piglins. I don't know how it would work, but I think it would be a fun way to implement new systems. Risky says there's an NPC Jokey at spawn. A Valentine's spawn? Jokey Ender? Or at regular spawn? You know, while I'm here, I guess I'll show you all the map art that's about to open. So this is it over here. Oh, here he is. Here's the NPC. Oh, look, that you see. This is the map art that they're gonna do, kind of r/place style. So it's in the middle of this heart here, and they're gonna put progress up for each day, like that. This is fun. Yeah, this is a lot more kind of fleshed out than last time they did this, last year's. Oh, no griefing. PG-13. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So again, I guess the last time they did this, it was just kind of like, you know, like a pilot program, but now, huh? Now it's really starting to come along here. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I think Jokieander and Bug Enforcer have been working on this here. That's fun. It's very fun. I always like those public map art events. Oh, we've only done one, but it was fun. It was fun last time we did it. All right, let's see. Still got a whole bunch of raw gold. Probably make it. Oh, we might finish this up tonight. Actually, we might finish up this gold wall tonight. Cause I know where I can get a lot of gold really fast now. I've got this supply here. I'd say we might get this finished up tonight. I'd say we might. Not a glowstone though. Always forget the glowstone. I bet I'm out. Oh man. Oh man. Oh God. That was bad. I'm about to get sock opted. What's going on? Is this my Wi-Fi? Is my Wi-Fi about to crap out? Oh, that was real bad. What's going on the Minecraft server? I don't even know if you all can hear me. It might be on my end. I don't know. Risky says I'm not lagging. Is the stream lagging? Do you see what's going on here? Oh, no. I have one bar. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why is it like this? Help. No. No. Oh no. Oh no. It's not do it we're on dire straits, everybody. Oh man. I hope this doesn't impede on the stream. I don't know why it's just crapping out on me all of a sudden. Okay, I think we're all right. This choker box is permanently open now. Melly says you're so getting DC'd. What's that? What? What does that mean? Why am I so out of the loop? No, I got banned for hacking. Oh, yeah, it just happened. It just happened and it might happen again. I don't know why it's being like this all of a sudden. I really don't know. Oh no. Oh no. My OBS has disconnected. My OBS is disconnected. Hello? Oh God. Oh no. Oh God, oh no. Oh God. Oh no. Hello? I think my Wi-Fi just pooped. I don't know what just happened. But I have all my bars back now. I I think I don't know. It pooped. It pooped. But I think we're better now. I don't know, that just happens from time to time, you know? That just happens. Um okay, well, I'm gonna I'm gonna go get some glowstone and hope nothing else happens like what just happened. Um I'm just gonna throw all that out. I usually don't waste materials, but I'm feeling a little bit impulsive right now. Feeling a little bit silly. So I'm just gonna throw things on the floor like a rot goblin. Does my stream say morning hightail again? I guess I should check that because it like disconnected and reconnected. I only played hightail once. Good God, Twitch. Good God. Let me let me just check that real quick. Just want to make sure everything's going okay. Just kind of just kind of hold on. All right, it's still. Oh, it paused. It paused. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Reload player. Um, okay, it still says Midnight Minecraft. Okay, well, I think we're all right. I think we're okay. 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 I just, just gotta make sure every now and then. Just gotta make sure things don't go too screwy. We can have a couple screws loose, but not all of them. Not all of them. Gotta keep this stream plugging along. And I'll take another little sip of my wizard's brew. The brew compels me. The brew keeps me up. The brew keeps me going when my willpower fails me. When my willpower fails me. I guess another good name for this stream would be Glitchy ruins his sleep schedule live in front of an entire audience to see. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. My sleep schedule was more screwed up in high school. That's right, that's true. It's Sunday too. It's Sunday as well. I've been such a light sleeper lately. If honestly, I have not been able to sleep in for like the past 6 months, I would say. Like if something wakes me up, or if I happen to wake up like around the time that I usually wake up for class in the morning, I can't go back to sleep. It's over. It's over. It doesn't matter if I only got 3 hours of sleep the night before. I'm up for the day. I can't help it, you know? Like I have one window of opportunity to sleep, and then If that window passes, it's over. But that might also mean that my sleep schedule will just fix itself. I'll just I'll just be slightly loopy, sleepy tomorrow. Oh well. I don't have any plans. It's Sunday. Risky says, I'm the opposite. If I don't set an alarm, I'm sleeping the entire day. I once slept until 3 p.m. I did that. That's another thing I used to do in high school. I used to be able to sleep in, but then I don't know, I guess something just kind of locked in whenever I started college, and it was just like, okay, you're gonna have a schedule whether you like it or not. And I was like, okay, okay, body, okay. I don't even want it half the time. I don't know, it's just forced on me, you know? I guess there's worse things. I mean, it kind of works to my benefit a little bit. I'm kind of thankful for my strict internal clock. Oh man, Radiant Lily is copying risky property. Well, I'll add to the voting fever. I almost typed /vor. All right, let's see. Let's do a little bit of voting. A little bit of voting for V8C.net. Our favorite local artisanal Minecraft server. Vote. There's one. And now we do vote number 2. And I clicked vote. I think I screwed that one up. Did I click the wrong one? Uh-oh. Oh, I think I clicked the same one twice. Okay, well, we'll click this one, and then I'll say vote, and then I'll click this one, and I will say I am a human, and then I will manually type in Glitchy117 because it does not automatically fill in the field for some reason, and then I click vote. There we go. Well, it appeared in an autofill bar, but I had to manually type it like 20 times. So there we go. There we go. Remember to vote. Remember to vote, everybody. Get your free diamonds. And then and then and then the little known secret about V8C is the secret loot crate system. In the vote shop, because there's like a secret vote shop, and there's only one command on the entire server that lets you know that. Um, and then we can gamble. What's this? A clock? Cool, I guess. What else do we got? Let's go gambling. Let's try and get a legendary. Oh, garbage. Oh, garbage. Let's gamble again. Let's see. How many vote points do I have? I only have 8 points. I thought I had more than that. I forget to vote a lot. Oh, I got some diamonds. Well, that's nice. That's always nice. And let's see. I think I only have one more roll. And melons. Well, I feel bad to throw out food, so I'll just put these in spawn somewhere. Or I'll put these in the public chest. There we go. What? Oh, okay. Well, there we go. There's that. There's my. I'm doing my part. Um, there we go. Voting, adding to the public stuff. Um, and then throwing out unnecessary garbage. There's a lot of garbage that comes out of the gambling chest. I have yet to get a legendary item. I guess it is pretty statistically rare. So if there's a 2% chance I get a legendary item. Okay, so I get 3 vote points. Well, I get one loot crate roll a day. 2% chance, so we'll say 1 out of 50. So that means statistically, on average, I should get a legendary item once every a little over a month and a half if I vote every single day, and I don't vote every single day, so I might be lucky to get 1 or 2 items a year. I don't even know what legendary items there are, but I guess I'll find out. That's part of the fun of it, I guess. Gambling for legendary items. Risky says, I have opened over 120 chests and not gotten one. Risky, you're a statistical anomaly. maybe it says 2%, but it's actually like 0.2%, and somebody just screwed up. Or maybe there are no legendary items, and it's just like a carrot that they're hanging in front of us that we'll never really get. A true gambler does it for the love of the game anyway. The true gambler goes to the casino not because they want to win money, but because they want to gamble. Risky says, Moth said he rotated the legendary, but the old one was a bow that had both mending and infinity called a moth string. Well, that's a pretty cool weapon. I like it. I didn't know an infinity bow couldn't have mending on it, but I don't really use bows that much in Minecraft. I'm not much of an archer. I guess that's not too broken, but you know, for someone who is so, and I think we can all say that we've been hypocrites about this to some degree, but for someone who's so adamant about keeping the server semi-vanilla, that's not very semi-vanilla of him. Of course, it's not really about keeping the server semi-vanilla. It's about maintaining the status of semi-vanilla so that it has less competition on the voting page or the server list. That's really what it's about. I do wonder though, how much is that really played to the server's advantage? I mean, I wouldn't ever want to see the server like fundamentally be changed from what it is, but it'd be always nice to openly have more fun things. Oh, what you got, Risky? Oh, coming in clutch with the glowstone. Well, where'd you get all that from? Risky says he found the server because it was semi-vanilla. Well, and maybe I have to eat my words a little bit. I didn't find this server because it was semi-vanilla, though. I guess we all have our personal anecdotes, but I didn't even really know what semi-vanilla was until a couple years ago. It's vanilla with sprinkles. As for how many sprinkles you get, though, well, the definition kind of varies, but Yeah, I was just looking for survival servers in general. That's how I found V8. And then I brought all my friends on here. Um, I brought on Radiant Lily and Gracie and Lexel Purple and Jamie K. And I don't think I brought anybody else on. Pink Sparkle 16. Pink Sparkle 16. You get a pink welcome back. Now that's not a color I give out lightly, and believe me, that is a completely platonic pink. Do not get that mistaken. That is only because of the username and no other reason. Thanks for the glowstone, by the way, Risky. I don't think I got to thank you for that yet. Oh, man. How did Bug Enforcer get the chunky one? That's kind of a nasty font. That really doesn't do the W very good, does it? How come we don't get chunky fonts? Probably because it ruins letters sometimes. I don't know. Definitely stands out, though. Definitely stands out. Is this an egg maxer? Eggs. Egg maxer. Oh man, that one's underlined. I'm gonna egg max. I'm egg maxing right now. This is like gambling too. This is like pulling a slot machine. I'm not getting any good rolls though. Nothing's happened yet. Oh, I think something happened. Oh, yep, okay, stuff's happening now. That's all of them. That was the Egg Maxer 1.0. I need to fix the other Egg Maxer though. I think it's slightly broken. You know, I'm gonna go fix the other Egg Maxer right now. Because I should have been accumulating eggs passively, but I haven't been because it's broken. I'm gonna unbreak it. I'll tell you why it's broken. Is because whenever I pull this switch, I think it disables the hopper. It lets things not go into the hopper. Risky says, I have something to confess. What are you going to confess? Oh, Risky says, every time I come here, I add an X to the sign. Oh, I see. I see. That's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. It really lets you keep track of how many times you showed up. Well, I have to keep an eye on that. I have to keep an eye on that, Risky. We are egg maxing. That's great. I love that. It's good. Very good. Okay, how am I gonna fix the egg maxer? How must I fix it? How must I fix it? I'll just do it the scuffed way. There. Fixed. It's fixed. Now the eggs will go into the hopper. I'll just, like, move the redstone whenever I want to use it again. Consider the eggs maxed. Actually, maybe it's not that much of a problem. Looks like it just kept them. I don't know. I think it is a problem. Anyway, I'll look at that again later. All right, back to building. Back to building. Risky says, certified turtles base is really cool too. Oh, are you there right now, Risky? Are you there at Turtles base? Risky says, it's like a really detailed Japanese town. Oh, I might have to check that out. I might have to check that base out. I like a good base. I like a good Minecraft base. I do. I do. I I enjoy. Like the like the pre-cracked egg kid. I enjoy. I do enjoy. I do. Indeed I do. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna take some more of these gold blocks. Plush Puffin actually gifted me these gold blocks a long time ago, so I only find it fitting that I find some sort of use for them. It's either that or golden carrots. And I guess I could eat on them as well, but I have many to spare, and he also gave me like an old abandoned gold farm that he had, so again, I'm not necessarily starved for gold. Maybe I'll make like a gold vault, and whatever extra gold blocks I have, I'll like place them all in there, and then whenever I need to reload on my golden carrots, I'll just go down in there and kind of mine away at the hoard. Risky says, next time he comes on, I'll need to ask to get TP'd to more of his farms. People always ask for stuff like blaze rods and stuff. Well, here, Risky, I'll teleport you to the blaze farm right now. Here, you can set home here right now if you'd like. There. Yeah, yeah. If you want to set a home there, yeah, no problem. If you need any other farm warps, let me know because I have quite a few of them. I think I have most of them. It's good server infrastructure. Server infrastructure. You know, it would be pretty cool if there's like an ice boat highway or something that connected all of those things. Because not everybody does have warps, especially like lower rank people. And at least giving them some sort of way to access these things without having to ask people would be beneficial. But maybe one day in the far future, or maybe the near future, um, Risky says, people have tried. They keep running into claims in the nether roof. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe it could be like um, a scenic overworld iceboat highway. You know, partially, it's a bit of it would be a bit of a compromise between, you know, something functional and something useful. But I don't know. I think it would be a matter of if some sort of giant infrastructure project were to be orchestrated on the server, I feel like eventually, especially once you got close to spawn, you'd need to have some kind of moderator start to imminent domain some things, and that could get a little bit dicey. That could get a little bit dicey after a little bit. Uh, It would be pretty cool to have a giant interconnected infrastructure system of sorts, though. Yeah, and then where all the, I'm sure there would be spots where all the tracks converge. And then you could build these giant, beautiful like terminals, these giant multi-layered terminals for ice boats. And I guess they could just like, you know, they wouldn't necessarily have to imminent domain the base away. They could just like move it to somewhere, or maybe move it a few blocks away. I don't know. Or maybe there could be surveyors that go out before the project happens and kind of try and see where the bases are. And then the surveyors could try and figure out what the best path forward would be. Um, like which X coordinate to go straight through, because these highways would have to be straight. They would have to figure out where the clearest path possible would be, and they'd have to, keep maps and coordinate it. Again, if you were to figure out something like this, it would have to be orchestrated over many months. But I think it would be a cool little um, thing to have on the server. It would at least be a claim to fame for the server if something like that could be coordinated. It's definitely not something you could start on a knee-jerk reaction. It'd have to be thought through and planned, and you know all of that. Maybe the first thing that would have to be done is a feasibility study, which would just be, again, trying to see if there would be a path that would be clear enough to create these types of routes. Well, the thing with an overworld highway is, of course, it's not the fastest. It would never be the fastest. But there would be, I think, a certain monumentality to having an iceboat highway across the overworld. And as well as that, if you had one in the overworld, people could build off of them and build their bases off of them. So then there could be iceboat towns, or having bases along the iceboat highway would mean that more people would visit them, and it would create a natural way for, people to kind of almost create like some sort of commerce system or something that spanned long distances, and they could connect farms. This is kind of like idealizing. This is the ideal of it. And this, I'm not saying this would necessarily come to pass or anything, or it would pan out perfectly like this, but this is what it would be like at its best, is people building farms along the highway, creating transport systems, having a scenic way of showing off their bases to other people, and ultimately having it contribute to the server culture. But I think it would be kind of a fun thing if it were to ever be realized. But another highway would be more practical, all things considered. I started an iceboat highway a long time ago, and I never got to finish it. Yeah, that would be a fun idea. Maybe we can start logging places, and yeah. Of course, I'm always preoccupied with things, and you're preoccupied as well. So you can never load people's plates too much. That's why this iceboat highway never got finished. But I think it could serve as a model for a system like this. And having it built in this very specific way gives it presence as well as something to facilitate the ice boats. Because again, having an overworld ice boat highway is not necessarily 100% about practicality. It's also about monumentality, which is why I did this particular design instead of having it just be floating. And we also have some amenities up here. So we have ice boats on this side and a spot for pedestrians or horses on this side. And just have these little bands, these little structural bands. I didn't really know what I was doing structure-wise. I make it look like masonry, and then I do these solid things across here. It's a whole mess structurally, but I had like a whole system I was doing. I did this for a little bit before I got preoccupied with other things. And I kind of did it one layer at a time. I did it one layer at a time. So that's completed. And then you can see this is kind of like another layer of completion. And then I keep going. And you can see this is like the cobblestone shell that you start with. I was trying to get rid of excess cobblestone. That was my main goal of this thing. To start. Uh-oh. My elytra broke. That's the first time my elytra has ever broken. Ever. Ever. That's the first time I've ever let that happen. It's fixed now. Risky says, oh god, our bases are 120,000 blocks away. Again, this would be a very long-term project that would span multiple months, if not years. It would be something akin to the actual highway system. Well, maybe on a smaller scale than that, but it would be in the same spirit as that. Or some other great infrastructural project. Risky says, I think we would cause global warming mining all that ice. Yeah, it kind of does have a similar effect to global warming, doesn't it? It gets rid of ice. The icebergs are going away for that one. Alright. Give the goblin his gold. Yeah, we're making good progress on this up here. I feel. I am. Getting actually pretty close to the top, a lot closer than I thought we'd get. I really do think this will get finished tonight. And I've been kind of lollygagging all of tonight as well. So this is a good sign. It's quite a good sign. Alright, looks like I gotta go mining again. I'll go down in the gold farms now. Or the gold mines, I should say. Gotta light those corners up too. Just slightly too dark. Gold mine. Alright, then I drink my night vision potion. And then I get to work. I gotta scout out a cave and gotta get chopping. Gotta go chop chop. Actually, I had pretty good luck with those underwater caves. Maybe I'll try one. Maybe I'll try another one of those out. Risky says, I can come help. Alright. Here. There you go. There you go. Have fun. We're getting pretty close to it being finished, though. Might get finished in the next hour or two at this rate. Well, at least with the gold part. I still have to put a roof on this thing, and that'll still take a while. No, admittedly, I kind of have a slow baseline working pace whenever it comes to this project. I'm sure if I wanted to get more done in a certain amount of time, if I really felt that I needed to, I could. But I'm just going at the rate that I've been going at with this whole catacombs project. Because I have to, I have to use my deadline energy for other things. There's no sense in, you know, giving something that I enjoy doing a deadline. Because if I give it a deadline, yeah, it'll get done, but um, I get burnt out on it. I guess that's where the old phrase, slow and steady wins the race comes from. It's a marathon, not a race. I think that was a quote from Larva Mario. Or maybe it was Cocoon Mario. I just now noticed these. Have you seen these before? I didn't realize these were like in the game, but these are kind of an awesome little addition. I like these little things. These little, what are these? Tall, dry grass. And you can place them on, oh, I guess you can place dead bushes on here too. That's a fun little addition, isn't it? Ooh, what we got in here? Hello? Get out of here, Project Zomboid. What we got in here? Copper horse armor. I haven't seen that before. I guess horse armor is craftable now, so there's no sense in taking it. I never really took it anyway. Let's see what's down in here. I don't think I've been in this cave yet. Or maybe I have. No, I don't think so. I need to find a good spot. I need to find like a sweet spot. I haven't found one of those yet. But once I find one, I'm on a roll. This ravine is okay, I guess. But I'm not having too much luck. Guess I should space out all this gold in my inventory so it doesn't get all gummed up. There's a little tip for anybody that's mining. Just do that. So then you don't got to screw with your inventory management too much. Especially if you got a bunch of zombies running around and you don't want to pick up their flesh. Their fresh flesh droplings. Because that's kind of disgusting. I don't know why you would ever want to put that in your pocket. Oh. I bet your pant pockets are like dripping with rotted meat and maggots. Among the other disgusting things that would come out of rotted flesh. Yeah, that zombie had a diamond sword. Did you see that? Or am I crazy? Was that a diamond sword or an iron sword? I might have to rewind on that part. I think that zombie was holding a diamond sword. That's kind of rare. I just disposed of that zombie though without really thinking about it. Risky says, Glitchy, let me know if you ever see a baby zombie chicken jockey. Alright, I'll let you know. I'll let you know, Risky. I ran into one of those the other day, and that was whenever I realized how unfortunately common that music disc is. Risky says, oh, I meant baby villager chicken jockey. Oh. Risky says, you can cure them and get a villager jockey. Oh, I did not know that. Huh. I learn something new about this game every day, I guess. Just like how a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, I learned about the F3 plus F6 menu. Didn't know that was a thing. Here, I'll pull it up on screen. Did you know that was in the game? Some of you tech heads might have, but you can like display stuff on screen. Look, if I wanna turn on my, let's say, um, let's see, debug renderers. I want to put my, um, what is it? My coordinates. Where are my coordinates? Player position. If I want to put my coordinates on screen all the time, now I can without having to press F3 at all. That's very convenient. And I had no clue this menu was in the game until I happened to pay more attention to the F3 menu and saw something that said something about F3 plus F6 and hallelujah, there it is. I mean, that really is a game changer. At least for me it is. I'll get it off the screen right now though. Well, it's kind of blocked behind the live screen, I guess, logo, isn't it? But yeah, I'll turn it off for now because it does kind of clutter up the logo. But yeah, that's good. It's very good. It's good to know. But it's just every now and then I just pick up a new thing or two about this game. And, well, I've been playing this game since 2012, so 14 years I've been playing this game. I'm 21. I'm 21 years old. I've played this game for 14 years. 21 divided by 3 is 7. I've been playing Minecraft for 2/3 of my life so far. Oh man, I'm drinking the lead water. Gotta get that out of my hand. Um, yeah, 2/3 of my life. I started playing Minecraft on Pocket Edition Lite Edition. Risky, what's your first Minecraft experience? Are you one of the old heads? I feel like you're one of the old heads. Have we had this conversation before? We might have. We might have, but might have to refresh me. But yeah, Pocket Edition Lite Edition. And I had a friend back in second grade who introduced me to this game. And she showed me those element animation videos, Egg's Guide to Minecraft. I think that might have been one of the first videos I saw. And then there was another video, and I don't remember exactly what the context was. If anybody can ever find this video, I will be forever grateful because I've looked for it before for a couple of hours and I haven't been able to find it, but I believe the first Minecraft video that I have ever seen was this guy, and I think there was like somebody in a Batman skin, and there's a bunch of stone everywhere, and they're doing something, and there's a bunch of them, and then at some point in the video, the guy says, "Okay, now we're going hole diving," or something like that, and then they jump into like this giant stone hole. At least that's what I vaguely remember. Or that maybe there's somebody in a Superman skin too. That it's a very fuzzy, vague memory, but that's basically what I remember. And they said something about hole jumping or something. Or cave diving? I don't remember. I don't think it was cave diving. Risky says, I started playing right around when jungles were first added. And he says, my cousin downloaded it on my PC with his account, but back in the day you couldn't update your game without someone's login, so I bought an account just to update to jungles. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, updates were always exciting. They're really exciting, especially whenever I was but a wee lad. I remember whenever they added buckets to Pocket Edition. Risky says, that was 2012. Wow. So we started playing around the same time. We started playing this game around the same time. Well, that's kind of whenever the hype train really started going. I'm not going to say I'm one of the OGs, but I'll say I got on the first Minecraft hype train. I can say I did that. Yeah, I've played just about every version of this game. Well, at least that a lot of them. I've played a lot of them because I kept graduating versions. First it was Pocket Edition Lite, then I begged my parents for Pocket Edition, and then later I got PS3 Edition. And I played Xbox 360 with my friends. Um, we always used to have sleepovers and stuff, and we'd just make these throwaway survival worlds. We always said we'd go back to them and we'd really stick with them, but it never happened. But we kept making all these new worlds and making getting the, what is it, the supply chests at the very beginning. And yeah, we'd do that. Screwed around with each other. I was really into TNT for a few years. I just liked I liked the physics on them. I liked how they, like, managed to make each other fly around. It was kind of fun to watch. And I used to leave craters all over my old Minecraft worlds. Sometimes I would just make a world just to start like randomly blowing it up, like just blowing chunks into it. That was my idea of fun. It is still kind of fun. Then, I don't know, probably around 2016 or so, I finally got Computer Edition and in my current Minecraft account. I think I got it as like a Christmas gift or something. But yeah, that's how that went. Yeah, Risky's done a couple of TNT worlds too. There was something kind of unique about the Legacy console editions and them having finite worlds. Like, I don't know, having an entire world just within a certain boundary, it felt different than having an infinite Minecraft world. Like, you really did have finite resources, and to be honest, it kind of helped facilitate things within a certain amount of land as well. Like, okay, you get this one island, and that's it. That's it. That's the land you have to work off of. I think it helped us stay closer together, which was kind of nice. Like whenever you played with friends, it helped you be able to locate people better. Yeah, Nick, um, Risky remembers the Nether reactor. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I remember that too. Nether reactor. And there's some kind of way that you could bug it out, or like before it like all turned red, you could actually mine the Nether reactor and get it back. Because I remember doing that a few times. And then all you'd really need is just, of course, Pocket Edition worlds were pretty limited, so I had reason to want to save my diamonds back then. But yeah, you could mine it before it finished, and then you'd be able to get the tower without having to lose your diamonds. And then there was also this other weird glitch that I don't know, like you went to bed or something, and it had something to do with your bed, and like if you had a block in your hand or something and logged out or dropped it on the floor, I don't know, there's something that had to do with the bed. You could actually duplicate items in some way. I don't remember exactly how that process went, but I did that a few times as well. Duping. I also made all the cows go extinct in my survival world on Pocket Edition. I killed them all for one pair of leather boots. Risky says, I see why your name is Glitchy. Well, the glitchy moniker happened a couple of years after these incidents. Yeah. That may have contributed to my hacker ego though, thinking I was some hot stuff. Some real hot stuff back then. Knowing all the ins and outs of the block game. That's what I thought. Alright, I'm gonna brew me up another potion here. I'm gonna sip upon my wizard's potion. I'm gonna take a little sip. I'm gonna take a little sip. Mm. I'm sorry for gracing your all's eardrums with that noise of sippage. Oh. Oh, good find, Risky. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Then I'm gonna get some potions brewing. I feel like this might violate TOS in some way. Oh well. Oh, put that in there. And put that in there. Alright, then we will get this bad boy brewing. Oh man, I need more blaze powder soon, won't I? Alright, Risky. Well, thanks for signing on to the stream and popping in. You're always one of the good ones. So yeah, I'll see you later. Night night, Risky. Night night. Alright, so we'll get this potion a brewing, and I think while it's brewing, I have a little cookie here, because we made some Toll House cookies. Not sponsored, by the way. And I'm gonna eat the cookie that I made. Put it in the oven. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna take a little cookie break. I love cookies. Mm, very good. Very good. Yes. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Mm. Mm-hmm. It's good. All right. Well, there we go. I ate the cookie. I ate the cookie. Hmm. Kermit likes a good cookie. Yes, he does. Welcome to the Muppet Show. Hmm. It's me. I'm Kermit the Frog. Did I did I tell you all the truth about gold and the cheese from under from below? Mm-hmm. The real ones know. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. There we go. All right. All right. Let's get this stream down the road now, shall we? Yes, we shall. I think Melly went to bed. I think Melly went to bed whenever my Wi-Fi died. Oh well. Thanks for contributing to my 3 unique viewer sustained count. My average of 3 unique viewer count. Oh, what's in the box? Name tags. I know you're craftable now, but I cannot help but divulge or indulge or whatever else. Oh, yeah, I'll take that too. That's right. I'm looking for shiny gold. Look for shiny gold. I like that. Um, what is it? Safrilla's Productions from the Moana movie or whatever. All right. Well then, was there some kind of controversy involving Safrilla's, or am I wrong? I don't think there was, but you know, every single time I mention the name of somebody on the internet, like there's like this moment where like this wave of dread goes across me that is just like they did something reprehensible. They did something reprehensible. And I'm like, I can't keep track of it all. I cannot keep track of all the reprehension going on this platform. Oh, was there any? Hold on, let me do some quick research here. Was there any controversy revolving around Monsieur Sephiroth? Monsieur Sephiroth. Sephiroth Productions. Sephiroth Productions. Let's see here. Let's see what our silly little crabby friend has or has not gotten into controversially wise. What a word. What a word. I honestly don't know. I guess this will be an assessment of our Tamatoa e friend. Saffrilus. Sheffrilus. So it's Sheffrilus Productions. Um, is there any controversy? I don't think Sheffrilus is controversial. Okay, I'm sorry, Sheffrilus. I'm sorry for questioning your name. Um, it's just a matter of you can't trust anybody on this freaking platform. You can't trust anybody. I can't trust you. You can't trust me. This is a low trust and high accountability environment. I suppose that you can't trust anybody. Oh, whoops, daisy. Um, I don't know what I was about to say. Anyway, 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 you little freaks. Does am I PNG tuber, does that, where my hand is resting on the desk, does that register as a hand or a boob? That's for you all to decide. There's just a boob hanging out of my coat. That'd be weird. I think it, I don't know. Sometimes I can't trust my regular viewers to be critical, and I realize that criticality should be taken in moderation, but sometimes it does help um, make the stream quality better. I mean, I guess whenever it comes to neon signs, it's not always entirely legible, so I guess it can be excused to a degree. Yeah, I don't think I'll go back in and change the PNG tuber for a little bit, but I just had to add some little, adjustments to it. There's some things about the original Inception that I wasn't quite happy about. I guess that's the beauty of the iterative process, though. You know, you do something once, and you have to have the self-sobriety to say, I don't like this, or this doesn't work, and then you tweak it. You tweak it and you change it, and sometimes you completely throw it away. But that's, yeah, that's all in the effort of making a better product in the end, being able to scrap some things. Or I think one of our professors once told us that we have to throw out our babies sometime. Something along those lines. Gotta know when to adjust things, gotta know when to keep things, gotta know when to throw them out. I guess that's just guidance for life. There's certainly things I need to throw out in my life that I just have a certain inability to do. I mean, I don't know. In my mind, I have hoarder tendencies, and those hoarder tendencies are for not items, but for habits. Habits. Knee-jerk reactions. I don't know. I think we are all, to a certain degree, a victim of our own nature. But then there's always this caveat that hangs over your head that says, well, but you can do better. And to a certain degree, you can do better. But then there's also another degree to where it's unsustainable to keep doing better, or you just have this kind of wall that you keep hitting. And sometimes you can get over that wall, but then there's other times you can't. And there's kind of a fuzzy gray line in there somewhere where maybe you can overcome something, but then maybe you can't. And it'll just hang over your head and haunt you, that gray area, just like any good gray area will. It'll hang over your head and haunt you to where you're like, well, maybe I can get over this, but then time and time again you just keep getting like brought down. But then you're like, well, maybe I'm just not uh, just try harder. And sometimes whenever you try harder, it does actually work. But then other times it's just like, oh gosh, and then you get beat up about it. But then, yeah, you see, that's that gray area. It just makes you go around in circles. It's like a convection current. That's really what it is. It's convection. It's this convection cycle of maybe I can, maybe I can't. It's working, and then it cools down, and it's like, oh, and then you sink back down. See, that's where it gets vicious. That's where it'll eat you up. Right on that gray line right there. of your, you're fighting your own nature. I don't know if other people have had that experience or not, but I have quite a few times. Maybe those are just what they call growing pains. I don't know. I don't know. I could just be at a point in my life where I'm trying to figure out my identity, you know? That could be it too. Some people seem more, uh, I don't know how to quite describe it. I guess confident in their own self-placement, or they have a certain sense of stability in that, but sometimes I feel like it's just constantly shifting, you know? I feel like it's been that way for quite a while by now, at least ever since my last year of high school. And I guess part of that, I guess reasonably, comes from the fact that I am in college and I'm trying to, I'm going through that whole, what are you going to do with your life, kid? That type of deal. And then there's also this other aspect to where I've been trying to get internships at places, and admittedly, I probably should be looking a little harder for them, LinkedIning harder. But then whenever I do the LinkedIn thing, it always kind of comes out fruitless. And then I have been trying to talk to like real physical people, but again, it's been a little bit of a tough situation. Oh well. Oh well. I'm it's getting a little too personal for my taste now. I'm being a little too genuine for my liking on this stream. I heard people are more willing to hire seniors anyway, so maybe I should have just been a little bit less uptight about things. Hindsight is 2020. We can all laugh about it after it's over, after you're in a stable place, but I guess it's just, whenever you're in it, you really feel it. Whenever you're in these situations, you really feel them, that sense of maybe it's not going to work out. You really feel it sometimes, especially just with how the world is right now and all of that. And I don't even know, and that's another issue is I don't even really know if it's the world or if it's me. I mean, there's still this, it could be me because I could be, I do need to try harder to an extent on the whole internship hunt thing. It's that gray area that really chews you up. It is that gray area. That vicious convection current that I was talking about. It's like those times before where I go around in circles. It's just a different way of saying that. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to feel better about all of this after I get out of this whole, what are you going to do with your life, Glitchy? What are you going to do with your life, period? And honestly, and I've thought this for a very long time, So long as I can make a living for myself and have some free time in the meantime, I'll consider that a life well lived. I don't think that should be too much for anybody to ask for. I honestly don't think it should. I get bothered whenever people come at this with an all or nothing mentality. Well, and really that's really I feel a big problem with how things are in today's society. It's rags or riches. I mean, maybe I'm a bit delusional because I haven't really been out there yet, but that's how I feel that it's portrayed. I don't know. All or nothing. All or nothing. You're either the billionaire or you're the guy just, you know, driving Uber Eats around just trying to get by. Whenever I get out there, I know I'm going to be good at traveling light. Because I've been traveling pretty light for my college career, you know. I've been, I'm good at being frugal with things, so it's not necessarily something that bothers me. What bothers me is having all of my time eaten up. Okay, I want to, I have projects that I like to do that I like to spend time on. I like to spend a lot of time on my projects. Now, not all of my time, because if I had all the time in the world, honestly, that probably wouldn't be good for me anyway. It'd probably kind of kill whatever flame I have going on. You can't. It's like you're blowing on a ember or something, or blowing on a small fire. You gotta get a little bit of oxygen, but if you huff on it too much, you're gonna snuff it out. That's kind of what's going on here. But I don't want to have my every waking moment consumed by something that I'm not interested in. I mean, again, I don't mind the thought of, going out there and kind of survivaling and I'm sure it once I get a groove of things, I'll have a groove of things. Okay, I'm good at kind of sneaking some, kind of squinkling some time out of strange crevices. That's where early morning live streams come from and all of that. I've kind of been at this type of crossroads a little bit before because I thought, oh man, college is going to eat up all of my time. College is going to eat up all of my time, and I'm not going to have time to do the things I really want to do. But that wasn't the case. It wasn't. I've been able to get through college with very decent grades and still have time for the things that I want to do. So maybe I really don't have anything to worry about. You know, I could just have a bad outlook on things. Man, I really just had a little dialectic, an out loud dialectic, didn't I? Is that the right term for this, for what I just did? Dialectic? Or is that something that only happens internally? I don't know. I don't know, and maybe I should stop trying to sound smart by using big words. But anyway, yeah, there's my little internal monologue. I feel like I kind of worked something out with myself. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself a little bit to get your thoughts sorted out, I guess. Am I crazy? Put me in the rubber rat room if I'm crazy. Crazy? They call me crazy. We're all a little crazy on this stream. We're all a little crazy. I can't I can't emphasize that phrase too much because I gotta be a little bit quiet. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I I guess I was just trying to, or I wasn't really trying to do anything, but you received a look into the strange crossroads of my life that I'm at. Each year it gets crossroadier. It used to nauseate me, but I think I'm starting to exit the crossroads just a little bit. Honestly, I feel like the prospect of potential has tormented me more than any actual reality has or will. It's that prospect of potential. That's what it really is. That's that's really what'll get under your skin because it exists in that gray area that I've been talking about. That's where it comes from. Potential. Potential. Some can spin it as a source of hope, but for me, most of what's come out of it is dread. That's most of what it's done for me. That prospect. Man, this is a huge cave. I don't even know if I'm in the biome that I want to be in anymore, but whatever. We're doing a little exploration. A little bit of cave exploration. Let's go nut puttering around here. Ooh, a dungeon. Dang. Really just keeps on going, doesn't it? What's in here? Oh, man, it's always the cat discs. What's that about? Is that just like the most common music disc? Give me something else. I want some other tunes. I have like 5 of those. Maybe I should open up a record shop and I could be like a hipster record shop owner. Here, I'll go down into this water cave because there's less freaks running around down here. Let's go down into Goopy Soupy Blue Lagoon. Going down into Goop Soup. Goopity Soupity. Oh, hello. What's going on down here? What's going on? Guess who just broke into your little party that you got going on? Oh man, I need more carrots soon, don't I? Man, I can't even do the carrot boy impression on a night like this. How depressing. No wonder I'm so screwed up right now. I can't even do carrot boy. Oh well. Carrot boy will return during an early morning live stream, coming straight to you. Hopefully. Oh no. Oh no, there's some strange circumstances around early morning live streams, but we'll see what happens. You know, it's also occurred to me, maybe you all just prefer chill streams as well, as if I'm speaking to a large audience right now. Risky seems to like it better. Of course, then again, he's not really awake or probably at work or something for the early morning live streams. So it could be that as well. Guess I don't necessarily have an audience that I can get an opinion of other than the 5 people that watch this stream. Well, I'll continue taking shots into the dark until I do have an audience that can give me opinions on things. That's really all that everything is a shot in the dark. Although some shots are more informed than others. But I'm doing what I enjoy doing. And gosh dang it, That I yeah I yeah gosh dang it indeed. That's really all I have to say to that. Gotta make more potion. Oh, I need more carrots too. I need more golden carrots.
Mm, maybe I can do a little bit of carrot boy.
I think I can do a soft carrot boy.
Carrot boy doing ASMR. Mm, I could really go for some golden carrots right now. Mm, do you all like golden carrots? 'Cause I do.
Okay. Uh-oh. All right, let's go to the carrot patch. All right, I'm gonna go over here. Get my carrots. Get my carrots from the carrot patch. Dubbity boobity dubbity doobity ba ba da. All right, and then we're gonna go on the crafting table here, and I'm gonna go get my golden squinklers. Squinking out the glinkler. Squinking out the glinkler on Sunday night. No, Saturday night. Sunday sounded better though. I'm not gonna stream Sunday night. You can forget that. Get out of here with that, you nerd. Thinking I'm gonna stream on a Sunday night. Don't you understand? I got a sleep schedule that I gotta pretend to adhere to. Or attempt to adhere to at least. I can say that I'm doing the right thing, but, well, actions do speak louder than words, don't they? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Words mean very little outside of PR stunts. Stunts. Efforts, I guess. PR efforts. I'm going to take another sip of wizard juice. I think we're making it to wizard hours tonight, so we're going to do the little wizardly thing that we used to do before I got too well adjusted time-wise. Well, we're getting unadjusted now. Also, I don't know if the Minecraft audio is coming through all right. I guess I'll figure that out whenever I rewatch these streams. I think it's all right for this particular setup. I have two different live stream setups. I guess I'll show you. So this is late night. Oh, late night live. And then here's a early morning. Oh, hello. Sorry about the jump scare there. So, yeah. And Minecraft. There we go. There's Minecraft. There's Minecraft. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. There's also something that's been slightly bothering me all night that I'm finally gonna fix now that I'm looking at it. I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna center this gameplay because it's been slightly off and it's been bothering me. Let's see. Me. I think, yep, that's centered. Okay. Unbothered. I'm unbothered now. I guess, could even afford. No. I'm not gonna, well, should I make it just a little bit smaller? So it's like that? And maybe I like move it like over this way? Hmm? Oh, maybe I do want it to be slightly off. That could work. Oh, hey, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm adjusting my live stream. Did you see that? He's trying to crash my show. Oh, what the heck? Maybe I prefer it to be like that. You know, now I'm thinking about it, one of these days I really need to get chat up in the corner of my screen. I really need to do that, don't I? I mean, the presence of my PNG tuber is distracting enough. I may as well add a chat up there. Okay, well, maybe I prefer this slightly off-centered, because this is intentionally off-centered, not accidentally off-centered now. So sure, yeah, we'll say that works. What's this? A fire. A fire for my soul. A fire. What's over here? Oh, there's the wizard for wizard hours. I'll make sure to remember that for later. Because we're going to wizard hours tonight, baby. Yes, we are. We're going late, late. We might even go until Phosphorus wakes up. Won't that be an achievement? That usually doesn't happen. He might he might catch the last little squinkling of a late night stream. What a rare occasion. I need more blaze powder too. This is the first time I put blaze powder in this thing in probably at least a year. Um, Enchanting or brewing stations are pretty efficient whenever it comes to blaze powder. All right, let's see. Let me get some. What in the blazes is going on here? Get down here, you fiery freaks! I'm gonna chop you up into spicy chili. I'm gonna, yeah, get down in here. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna quench your flames, little blazing freaks. Look at you all. Think you're so smug as the guardians of the Nether. Little do you know, you're just getting farmed for your rods. What do you think of that, you little floaty freaks? Try shooting fireballs at my butt. Yeah, get get factory processed, nerd. Get industrialized, you freak. Okay, that should be enough blaze powder for at least another year. There we go. Should last me a good while. We'll have to remember that. Um, February 8th, 2026, which will I'll probably be in a completely uh, there's going to be a lot of changes that happen between now and a year from now, but we'll have to remember, we'll have to keep this in the back of our head. February 8th, 2027, to see if we did actually keep all of this blaze powder for a whole year. I'd say so, because I don't think we're going to be going on any extensive mining operations for a long time after I get this gold room done. And it might also be an interesting benchmark as to where things actually end up a year from now. So I'm going to make a little sign here, and I'm going to mark last filled February 8th, 2026. And we'll see how long the blaze powder lasts for, and we'll also see what's going on in the life of Glitchy 117 1 year from now, because I feel like there is going to be some developments that occur. Whether those be good or bad developments, well, only time will tell. But, well, that's the great lottery wheel of life, isn't it? Yeah, that seems to be a consistent theme that I've been sticking with for the past half hour. So, yeah, while we're getting all wishy-washy and strange, may as well lean into it. All right, let's see here. Then we need a good whimsical wizardly color. What's a better wizardly color than like purple or magenta or something? So, we have none of those colors, but we have red and we have lapis. So we're doing purple. Do we have pink?
Pink, pink, where you at?
You don't got pink. Okay, we're doing purple. Purple. There we go. All right, so now we will say um, blaze powder last refilled 2/8/2026. So there will be an interesting little um, progress marker, I suppose. I don't know how much I'm going to be using this potion thing in the future. Probably not very much at all, but there's an interesting little, like I said, sand timer of sorts. Actually, I think I prefer it to be on this side. It's a good thing I got two of those, but I don't have any glow ink. That's what I get for being particular. That's what I get for being particular. All right, let me go over here and find some sacks. Where are my sacks at? Sack. There we go. All right, now let's run back. Let's run back over here. Just move the sign. This is the trouble I have to go through because I wanted to change one thing. Because I have to be such a perfectionist about this. All right, blaze powder last refilled on February 8th, 2026. There we go. Boop. There we go. I like that. I like that setup a little bit better. Back to the caves. Oh gosh, dang it! I lost my spot. Oh well, I wasn't making very good progress anyway. You know what? Let's place the gold we have now. I'm gonna place this just so I can get some room in my inventory. I'll put the name tags, which were once rare and significant Minecraft items. I will now put them in my Ender chest. All right. Can I get a firework kit? Yes, I can. Thank you. Go. There's my raw gold supply. We're getting pretty close to finishing up this monument, thanks to the help of Risky Property. Thank you, Risky. Shouts out to you. Hope you're having sweet dreams. And I'll get this filled in right here, I think. I think I will. Right, so I'm gonna fly up here. I'm gonna fly up here, and I'm gonna place my glowstone. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, looks like I need to finish the last layer. There we go. There we go.
Gotta get it fixed up here.
Here, I need more wizard juice. I'm starting to droop.
I can't be drooping yet. I gotta get it to wizard hours at least. Come on now, we gotta lock in.
Ugh. Tonight's wizard juice is a little bit gross. All right, just ugh. Drink it down and don't think too much about it. Oh God. Most importantly, don't think about your cardiovascular system, even though you should. I'm gonna be dead by 50. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, let's get all these bad boys placed in here.
Let's get these bad boys placed.
There we go. I went to a baby shower today. I don't think I talked about that yet. It was nice. It was for a family member of mine, and yeah, I got some diapers, and there was hors d'oeuvres and stuff, and it was this really good like salmon cracker spread. It was like salmon and I don't know, like cream cheese or something. It was like smoked salmon, something. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. We sometimes I get like salmon like just from the store, like salmon fillets and stuff, and I don't think I'm quite making them right because every time I've had like smoked salmon or something, I'm like, wow. And then I have my oven baked salmon and it's just not the same. I don't know if they're like putting some kind of chemical in there or what, but it was some kind of smoked salmon cracker spread. It was so good. And it's not even like the first time that I've had like smoked salmon stuff that was just amazing. Like there's something about it that just really, really goes good with the salmon flavor. I don't know. I don't know. But I think that should really be the only way to prepare salmon is smoking. Because every time I've had it like that, it's been quite good. Then again, I had another good salmon dish one time that was not smoked, but mm, it still had a really good salmon flavor. It was carriage salmon. Now, whenever I describe this to you, well, first off, if you've ever eaten sushi, you would be a hypocrite to scoff at this. Secondly, if you're not fond of if you're not fond of raw fish, then skill issue, I guess. But carriage salmon is just, as far as I'm aware, raw salmon that's been treated in some kind of way to make it safe to eat, and then you dip it in this mustard herb sauce. It's great. I mean, that was delicious. I had some with Christmas dinner um, late last year, and when else would I have Christmas dinner other than late in the year? But you know, it was good. It was good stuff. That's the point I'm trying to make. It was real good. It was real good. I guess I could look up a recipe for that. Oh my God, have I been? How long have I been flashing green and purple and yellow for? Whoops a daisy. I was supposed to show that off later. That was for wizard mode. Man, that was a surprise. When did I press the 1 button? And how long has this been going on for? Um, Quite a bit. Oh God. Oh God. I must have pressed 1 whenever I was in the cave or something. I'm just scrubbing through the footage. That was a surprise for later. Okay, okay, it's been... Okay, it looks like I caught it pretty... at a pretty good time. Whoops-a-daisy, I accidentally spoiled something. Okay, it's only been going on for like 8 minutes. Well, nuts. I must have accidentally pressed the button that did that. Well, anyway, I'm figuring out how to use the tuber better. Um, if anyone tunes into the stream, I guess I'll surprise them. Be surprised, you goober. Yeah, goober. Yeah, you weren't supposed to see that yet. We're gonna forget that ever happened. Me and my fat fingers. That's what just happened. We're getting close. I don't know if we're gonna make it all the way to the top now, unless I really lock in. But I'm running out of lock-in points for the day now, aren't I? Yes, I am. Yes, you are, Glitchy. Yes, you are, because Wizard Juice only gets you so far before fatigue sets in. Or if I'm in, like, crisis mode, like, I'm nearing a project deadline, infinite energy. Infinite. Infinite. All-nighters, no problem. No problem. That energy cannot be sustained on a normal night like this. So that's where Wizard Juice comes in. Yeah. I think I'm going to spend the next week detoxing from it. So I can, you know, if I do it too much, if I do it too much, it's just not gonna have its effect anymore. It's not gonna be able to let my words flow freely from my mouth because believe me, whenever I'm not on the magic potion, I am not as articulate as I am right now, as incoherent as I may be. This is about as articulate as I get. Yeah. My very persona is but a facade of my true self. Well, as if we all don't present ourselves in a certain way on the internet, or in any situation, really. You know, I unless you're like, I think I'm developing hives on my arm. What the heck? I'm like getting all these bumps all over my arm. Did I like touch poison ivy or something? Well, that's a little concerning. Um, I don't know what that's about. I'll let you all know if it gets worse. Might be stress induced. I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. To a degree, we all have a face that we put on for, every scenario. Now, as for if I'm being completely genuine or not at every given moment, well, God knows what genuine is. Now, well, I say that, but you would probably know if I was saying things that contradicted what I actually thought, because what I actually think doesn't require any external thinking, but, I'd have to be pretty quick thinking to just let things that I didn't agree with flow out of my mouth and try and come to terms with a contradictory logic to my own. That would not be able to flow as freely as my true thoughts would. So I guess there is some kind of metric of genuinosity, but also I'm not. like this, like how I am right now in my day-to-day life around the people that I live with. But I don't know. You know, that's another one of those debate things I suppose you could do about as to what is genuine or not about a person. Maybe it's just a matter of having a stream face and a boring, mundane life face, you know? It's like, well, you go to work, you go to school, and you'll act differently there than you would at home. It's like that. It's like that. I'm just in stream mode right now. It just proves that I can pick up on some social cues to an extent. So, great job. Maybe I actually am a functional member of society. Maybe. Or at the very least, I can put on a face for a stream. I got something in me. That's what these streams have proved to me. I've got some kind of sauce. I get sauced up. The magic potion definitely helps it, though. It definitely does. Because if I was not on it right now, I'd be mumbling, I'd be tripping over my words, and yeah, and part of that is just being tired, but also half of it is the wizard juice, the wizardly beverage that I consume. Well, we all drive a car, or take a train, or ride a bike somewhere, unless you happen to be in the unique enough of a position to where you are able to walk everywhere to meet all of your needs. Um, it's sort of like a car. It's sort of like a car. I gotta move. I can't get everywhere on foot. I gotta move fast sometimes in order to get around. That's where the magic potion helps me. Helps me move faster than I would without it. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it makes sense to me. So yeah, that's that might not help. Sometimes things make sense to me and they don't make sense to other people. Uh, They don't even make sense to me after I rewatch the point that I was trying to make, which I do from time to time, just to get a sense of if I'm putting out quality content into the world or not. Quality content, content. It's a word that has almost become synonymous with slop. Slop, slop. It's almost synonymous with it. To me, in my mind, it's something that's being produced for its own sake as a means to an end, which, well, every business has their bottom line, I guess, but I don't know. Sometimes just the idea of content by itself, it's just, it rings a little hollow to me, you know? Like, you gotta make the content, you gotta make the content, it's all about the content. Keep going, content, content, content. Now, I'm making content right now. I know that, but successful content, I don't know. Content that I enjoy? Yes. I enjoy producing this particular kind of content. I don't like editing. I don't like pre-recording. I don't like scheduling things, I like to operate off the cuff. That's just how I like to operate. Maybe some people do like to actually, and I'd say they would, because I've seen some very passionate content on many platforms. Um, I'd say some people actually do like the editing side of things and the planning side of things and the putting it together side of things. I am not accustomed to that. I've tried it. I gave it, I gave it a, maybe I could give it more of a try, but I've given it a decent try. I don't like it. I tried to gaslight myself once and say I did like it, but and I did put some passion behind it. But just keeping a schedule with it all, it was just too much. It simply was. It simply was. I just didn't have it in me. Because I would rather build in Minecraft than take time to make quality content about Minecraft. You know, that's how I was already spending up my hobby time. And like I've said many times before, the idea of my contentery was just to point a camera at what I was already doing. I found out rather quickly that whenever I started having to edit and curate properly, well, this is kind of being curated, but maybe not in a very digestible way to um, the lowest common denominator reviewer, but having to properly edit them in a way that I thought was, I guess, passable for YouTube. As, it just wasn't sustainable, especially with the types of builds that I wanted to build. You see the types of builds that I need to build. It's very involved. I don't have the extra time in my life to edit. I just don't. I do not. With college and all of that, so I would rather just build and do what I enjoy in Minecraft and point a camera at it. I don't have time for anything extra, so I'm not going to water myself down. Well, I'm getting watered down in the business content side of things, but I feel like, that's just me trying to prioritize the art of Minecraft building. Uh, Not trying to sound pretentious or anything, but I um I view it as an art form of sorts, in the same vein as Lego building is an art, I guess. This might be a little more freeform than Lego, but I feel like it's in kind of the same vein. This kind of creative, uh, you get all these creative kinds of preset units developed by someone else, and you put them together in your own way. That's a lot like Lego. Of course, Minecraft is a lot like Lego, and so it can be an art form, a lot like Lego. I don't think what I said was necessarily a new point either. Much like many points that I make, they've been hashed out before, which is why I'm not on the cutting edge of Minecraft content on any platform, really. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I'm doing what I enjoy, and I'm pointing a camera at it. All right. Get my gold. Little gold cobbler. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. This is quite a sizable cave as well. I've been running into all sorts of good caves tonight. Oh no, a slime chunk. Wow. It's less annoying than slime chunks I have to deal with when I'm building underground.
Wow. Wow, look at this cave. Wowee. One heck of a cave you got here. Wish there was less freaks down here.
A lot of diamonds, though. I love shiny things. I'm on the hunt for gold and jewels. Gold and jewels and treasures galore, all to be found deep beneath the crust of the earth. As we approach the mantle, things get hot and goopy, but there are treasures to be found galore, deep beneath the crust of the earth. I don't know why I keep rolling my tongue at kind of inappropriate moments. It's just fun to do. It's just kind of fun to do from time to time. Is my side breaking out in hives? I'm getting like these itchy spots all over my body. What is that about? I don't know what's happening. Am I, am I having a reaction? I don't know what I would be reacting to. I don't think I'm allergic to anything other than penicillin. I maybe it'll go down. Maybe it'll go down. I don't know what's going on. It could just go down. I don't know. Maybe I brushed up against something earlier today. Got like all these bumps all over my arm, and now my torso is getting itchy too. I don't know what that's about. Um, I mean, I came in contact with some dried pulkweed like yesterday. I don't see why that would start showing up today. I don't know. There's something weird going on. There's something weird going on. If we have any doctors that show up in the chat, maybe they can tell me what's wrong. Save me a medical bill. Save me a trip to the doctor. Maybe I'll just rub some lotion on it. Could be that the air is dry, or it could be a change in air pressure. We do have a front moving in, a warm front moving in, so maybe that's it. I know those do weird things from time to time. Oh, man, that's gonna make my acne break out. Why does my forehead have to be the acne spot on my body? It's like a literal billboard. Oh well, it's not that bad, really. And nobody really points it out or cares any about it because, well, I'm in college. We all have zits, except for the cleanest among us. I think it's fine. It's probably not a good thing to stigmatize it too much anyway, I mean, it's a natural thing, and, well, like, well, just for a bit of an example, whenever I used to date, well, as if I'm done dating forever, but for the time being, grad school coming up and all that, it's too much. But whenever I did date, I always found it kind of, I don't know if cathartic is the right word, but we'll say relieving. I always found it kind of relieving whenever um, whenever a girlfriend would have acne at some point or something, because it was like, oh, okay, well, there's something I could kind of relate to in a strange way, you know? Like, I didn't really think of it as gross. I just thought of it as, oh, great, we're both human. Great, you know? So that made me feel a little bit better about having it on myself. That's not to say I don't clean myself. I mean, I still kind of try and, I have like this acne wash that I put on my forehead. It doesn't really work. Nothing's really worked for me. It's probably a hormone thing, but I put it on there anyway. It doesn't work. Whatever. I don't know why I'm wasting my time and money, but here we go. I like to think it at least has a minimal effect, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a strange thing. Whenever like I feel better whenever people are like just like that. Like maybe that's another normal human thing that I'm just picking up on, but you know, somebody has some kind of imperfection and they show it and it's just like, "Oh, okay, well, now I feel better about myself," you know, rather than having to do this constant kind of standards arms race of sorts, if that makes any sense. It takes some kind of pressure off. I'm not saying return, you know, much like anything, you can take anything, and I mean anything to an extreme level. And as to where you draw the line on what's acceptable and what's not, well, again, that is subjective to a degree, but it has to be subjective to a degree. What I'm what's coming out of my mouth is all opinion and is all subjective. But I think there is a certain degree to where, you know, you can take this advice too far and then just start letting bed bugs crawl on you or uh, not wash at all. You know, I'm not saying that. You know, still be hygienic or call pest control if you have the funds. But yeah, you can take any line of advice to its extreme, and it'll probably be to your detriment by that point. That's basically what I'm saying. Water can be a nice hydrating drink, or it can drown you. Don't go crazy with it. If I want to loop this back into another point I was trying to make earlier, that's kind of why I don't like the all or nothing mentality that seems to circulate around everything today. There's no room for moderation. There's no room for a perfectly balanced life, which I think most of us would prefer. Then again, we want most what we can't have. There's certainly a certain kind of despair that comes with the mundane as well. We really are restless creatures, aren't we? We really are. We really are. We can never reach an ideal because if we ever reach some kind of ideal, somebody's going to get sick of it, start a movement, and undo it in some kind of way. Or maybe not an ideal, but an absolute. And the realization of one movement or aesthetic or zeitgeist, the seeds of its own demise are sown. It's intuitive, you know. If you're born, you're going to die at some point. And the same applies to societal movements. It can't ever be just one way. At least not with normal people governing things, you know? I think at some point in the future, because I bet other people have realized this. Someone's going to try and employ artificial governance, and that might change things. I see it happening in the far future, at least if we don't destroy the world in some other way at some point. And someone's going to try and employ artificial governance, some kind of government that can't be swayed by whatever movement is happening. And people are going to hate it, but it might drive people closer to an absolute. Now, as to if that's good or not, well, guess that depends on what, where you stand on things. But yeah, people are going to hate it, so I guess it'll be a bad thing, won't it? As for if it succeeds or not, I don't know. I don't know. There's too many factors to think of whenever it comes to future things. Oh, hello. I think I might have this disc already, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm gonna grab it. I think I already have it though. Oh well. Artificial governance. What was I saying about artificial governance? I feel like that was a half-baked thought, and I feel like that could be misconstrued in quite a few ways. Um, I'm not advocating for it. I'm not. Being a human, I can't advocate for it. It goes against my own humanity to do that. It may be effective in propagating a certain ideology in government. As for which ideology it is, I'm not trying to allude to any particular ideology, but it would be effective, I think, in maintaining something like that. But being a human, and due to the fact that I would hate it, and any other human under an artificial governance would hate it, I have to be against it. I have to. But it would be effective, like I said, in doing whatever it needed to do because of the fact that you could theoretically keep it from, um, being swayed by the very thing that keeps us from absolutely realizing any political movement, or societal movement, or whatever else. Does that make any sense? I don't know if I'm word salading or not. Um, these words are falling on deaf ears. By the way, I'm completely just rambling to myself right now. But I'm just trying to find stuff to talk about for the stream. This is stream fodder. It's a subject that I think is somewhat interesting, kind of a thought experiment of sorts. But yeah, that's my little spitballing on AG. We'll call it AG. That's a nice little acronym, isn't it? Artificial governance. I'm sure somebody's thought about this before. I'm sure I'm not the first person, just like all things. Every time I have a good idea or I think I'm really innovating with something, then I find out, oh, somebody else already thought of this. Oh, does that ever happen to you? Have you ever had like a really good idea, think you're really about to change things, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, well, somebody's already had that idea. I've run into that a couple times in my life. Um, the first time was in eighth grade, whenever I came up with the idea of a gearbox, which of course we all know what a gearbox is, but I didn't. I don't know, I wasn't very mechanically um, inclined back then. I came up with some kind of concept that was a gearbox, and I thought, wow, that's I was really fond of myself. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute, there's such a thing. Oh, I see. What? What? Big cone spins little cone fast. What? What? That blew my mind. I came up with that all by myself. And then I realized, oh, somebody already came up with it. That's pretty low-hanging fruit, I guess, technologically speaking. But I guess it is good evidence that certain things are universal, and some ideas are just perfect concepts that people will arrive to independently of whatever geniuses are in a society. It's just a matter of knowing what there is to know, and if you happen to know all that there is to know, then and only then can you finally start coming up with cutting edge ideas. That's why people really want to be on the cutting edge of things because, once you know everything there is to know, you finally know what's not known yet. But man, the bar for being the smart guy has certainly been raised over the years, hasn't it? Now I'm just one of the peons that come up with gears. 500 years ago, I would have been the genius in the room. Oh, they would have said, "Oh, Glitchy Newton, Glitchy Newton, look at this. Big cone spin little cone fast." Ho, ho, ho. And now it falls on deaf ears because somebody else came up with it. I think this is part of the reason why degrees are becoming less valuable in the job marketplace. You know, there's certain things that it can only be innovated on once. And the assumption that there is this infinite amount of innovations that'll absolutely, you know, benefit everybody all the time and it's constantly. No, that doesn't exist. There's a limit. There is a limit to the amount of innovation that we can have. And I think we're beginning to, eh, well, I think we've been brushing on it for a while. Now, AI is the next big sparkly thing that we're all looking at, but there's only so much it can fix. I mean, this is the case this is the case that we're running into that, really calls into question the whole economic system that we have going on and proprietary information and all of that because believe me, and I've seen this limit, there is just a limit to how much you can innovate. I swear there is. Okay? The guy who came up, look, if we didn't invent wheels and then somebody came up with a wheel like 2 years ago, okay, they would be like the multi-billionaire of the world, okay? But five different people probably would come up with a wheel independent of each other. It's just one guy gets to claim all the fame for it, even though, you know, a bunch of people might have put in the work independently of it. there's obviously an inequity in that system, and I think you can apply that to really any technological development. Like it was good to spur innovation whenever the fruits were low hanging, but now a lot of the low hanging fruit in technology or whatever has been picked. Now, every now and then there's a breakthrough, and that's great, but I guess that's my argument against the absolute chokehold that some people have on proprietary information. That's my little rant about that. Again, that might have been a little word salad, but just things to talk about, I guess. This is kind of a little stream of consciousness, just trying to connect ideas to each other. That's really what I'm doing right now. Or what I'm trying to do. Some of it might not be completely coherent or completely thought through because I didn't write all this down. I'm kind of writing it down in my mind right now. It's a stream of consciousness. I'm coming to terms with certain ideas in my head, and I'm just speaking them. I'm speaking them, and I might re-listen to them later because I really don't like sitting down and writing things. But this is helping me work through ideas. I'm talking to myself like a madman, but it's working to a certain degree. To a certain degree, it is. And these ideas will stick with me to a certain extent as well. Just gotta hash through things. Just gotta hash through things. Writing is one medium, and guess what? I'm able to record what I say now, so I don't need to write it down. I can just listen to it later. It's basically the equivalent of reviewing written notes without all the hassle of having to write it down. Yeah. Because whenever I make points like this, even if I'm just talking about it right now, I'll probably revisit it later. And whenever I revisit it, it's always more concise than whenever I said it the first time. That's really the beauty of it. And that's how I know it's working whenever I do this type of thing. That's how I know it's working. I'm not just I'm not just coping because I don't have the patience to sit down and write things. No. I come back to it, I revisit it, and whenever I do, I make better points. I build upon it. It's something I build on. I know that. So I'm glad I'm making these points. I'm glad I'm talking to myself like a crazy guy. Basically, what's happening right now is you're listening to my internal monologue. Wow. Internalize my monologues. Wow, what a concept. Great, great, great. Someone's stream of consciousness. Great. And their possibly distorted visions of themselves on the world stage. We all have a little distorted view of ourselves, I'd like to think. I think I have a distorted view of myself, but, you know, I guess that's where the court of public opinion comes in handy because it kind of sends you back down to earth, at least um, as you're thought of in the eyes of other people. Which, as for how much you want to interpret that as gospel, well, that's up to you. That's another one of those gray areas that I keep talking about. I think I can point those out left and right. Ooh, whoopsie-daisy. Whoopsie-daisy. Whoopsie-daisy on a Minecraft live stream. We're 10 minutes to wizard hours, baby.
10 minutes to wizard hours. Gonna get whizzed up.
I don't know how long this stream's gonna last after wizard hours starts, but we'll get something going. Speaking of wizard hours, I gotta take a whiz. Where you at, sign guy? Get over here, you little freak. Get over here. Tell them I'm gonna BRB, because I gotta pee.
Thank you, son guy. Alright, I'll be right back.
Be right back, and then we'll do wizard hours. Plus, I gotta do a little sweep, just to make sure nobody's trying to snoop in on my activities. Yeah, for some reason, um, my left forearm is definitely breaking out in hives. Thanks, sign guy. Thanks for the text that's slightly going off of your sign. Alright, you fixed it. Um, yeah, I don't know what that's about. Hmm. Oh well. Well, if I start puffing up, I'll let you know. That's the interesting little, let's say, B plot of today's stream is Glitchy's worsening case of hives. Um, I really don't know what that's about. I could not tell you. I really could not. Maybe I can like, I don't know, put some kind of lotion on. Maybe it's just dry skin. Could just be dry skin, right? Am I in denial? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. If I end up dropping dead, I guess I just had some kind of allergic reaction. I don't know. I don't know. Like I've said before, there's a non-zero chance that I do drop dead during one of these streams for one reason or another. But yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know. It's a little bit worrying. I don't think I got any poison ivy. Again, I really haven't been out and about too much today, especially not in brush or anything. Again, if you happen to be medically inclined and for some reason you're watching this video, um, please tell me in the comments below, uh, or in chat or wherever, what possible causes of these strange itchy bumps on my forearm, and now they're developing on my side, what they could be and what are causing them. Yeah, there's a there's a little health mystery. I really am in physical decline, aren't I? I don't think I've ever even broken out in hives before. I guess it's a good track record to go 21 years without it. Well, except that one time I was given penicillin whenever I was like an infant, but we'll say 20 years. 20 years. I guess that's a pretty good track record, isn't it? Pretty good track record. Oh well. Oh well. There's always something wrong with somebody, isn't there? There's always something wrong. Streams go on whether my body likes it or not. Bad for the body, good for the soul. Please do not replicate my self-destructive tendencies in your own personal life. You know better. You know better, you little goon. Oh, hello. Hi, Sparkly Gold. Sparkly Gold, coming straight at ya. Again, we're probably not going to get too far past wizard hours, so consider the stream to be ending relatively soon. Guess it was a little stupid to have a PRB so close to the end of the stream, but uh, get deleted mobs. That's a good way to delete mobs, but please don't spam chat with /back. I am such a hypocrite, aren't I? Yes, you are, Glitchy. Yes, you are. You think you have sound logic, but you constantly contradict yourself in more ways than you possibly could know. I know myself. And that was a comma, not I know myself. I mean, I know, comma, myself. Yeah. Or I do not know myself. Getting into this creepy crag here. That's crag-tastic. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do you know what time it is, you freaky little chat members? I'll tell you what time it is. Oh, man. And it's been a while since it's been this time on stream. Hold on. Hold on. We're counting down the seconds now. Counting down the seconds. 3, 2, 1. It's wizard hours, baby. Ooh. Ooh. It's wizard hours. Hold on. Do you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that or not. Ooh. Wizard hours. Ooh. 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 Okay, that's enough of that. I don't know if that'll get copyrighted or not or what. Yeah, it's wizard hours, baby. Getting into Wiz Town. Getting whizzed up. Yeah. That's all. Wizard hours. Alright, back to the game. Alright, there we go. There we go. There we go. Radiant Lily is online. What's going on, Radiant Lily? I'm gonna teleport to you. Oh, somebody's active right now. Let's see what Radiant Lily's up to. Probably making a map art. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey. 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 What are those boxing gloves? You putting on your blue boxing gloves? What's this? Somebody's making a map art. I don't know what of. You can't fight someone while you're protected from PvP. Oh gosh dang it, you stole my bottle. You little thief. Hi. Give me my bottle back, please. Give me my empty bottle back, please. Can I have my empty bottle back? Give it back. Give me my bottle. Pretty please. Can I have it back, please? Thank you. Thank you.
Who's messaging me on Discord? Hello? Hello, Discord?
No, it's nothing. Nothing personal, kid. Mm, it's 3 a.m. and going to bed in a little bit. Going to bed in a little bit.
Gonna go Betty bye.
Radiant Lily says, I figured. You know what's funny? I get tired at the end of these streams, and then I lay down, and I'm so hopped up on wizard juice that I'm tired and I want to go to sleep, but I physically cannot. And so then I'll just stay up watching YouTube for the next 2 hours until the sun starts to come up. And then maybe I'll drift off to sleep. And then my alarm will wake me up. And then and then I'll just kind of zombie my way through the day with only 3 hours of sleep. Well, I guess that's what it'll take to get my sleep schedule back on track anyway. Well, at least we made it to wizard hours and I got to show off what I can do with my PNG tuber now. That'll be useful in the future, I think. I think I can use that in a few different ways. On the bright side, I feel like I was able to have conversations with myself like an absolute madman. But I feel like there are productive conversations that I had with myself like an absolute madman. They were dialectical. Is that the right word? I really don't know if I'm using that word correctly. Um, I guess I'll expand my mind. Radiant Lily asks, what have you been doing till now? Mining and live streaming. But yeah, I've been having here, let's continue to expand our mind. Let me look up let me look up exactly what the word dialectic means before I continue to potentially misuse it. How irresponsible of me. Dialectic meaning. The art of investigating or discussing the truth of opinions. I guess that's kind of what I've been doing. Maybe a little bit sort of, but then some of it was kind of not dialectical. Um, let's see. The second definition is inquiry into metaphysical contradictions and their solutions. Again, I feel like I've been doing that to an extent, but then other stuff like AI governance, I don't really know if that falls into dialectics. So that's a very specific definition that it has, but I guess now I can kind of apply it more precisely. So you see, we have continued to expand our mind. And maybe your mind too. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm still streaming, man. Really, reading Lily says, that's nuts. Yeah, I've just been telling. Yeah, tell me about it, reading Lily. I've been talking to myself for the past hour and a half, and I can't even call half of it a dialectic like a real intellectual. I can't even call it dialectical because I've been using the wrong word part of the time. But some of it has been. So now I can feel all smart and fancy because I got to use a fancy word. Look at me. Look at me. So sophisticated. Wow. Wow, look at you. You should go make a video essay now. Hmm. Yeah. I'll make a video essay because I'm on the very tippy top of all internet discourse. Yep. And I gotta give my hi Radiant Lily, welcome to the stream. Arctic I am. I'm on Radiant or Tank Boy. Radiant Lily says I like the neon sign. Yeah, this is my nighttime tuber. You want to see what else I can do? You want to see what else I can do? Here, I'll show you. I have another mode. I have wizard mode. Here's wizard mode. I can do that. And I can do many other tricks with my neon signs once I rig it up right. I'll have a I'll have a bunch of buttons on my keyboard and I can turn all kinds of colors. I like how versatile this particular PNG tuber is. To be honest, I like it better than my normal tuber, but I can only use it at night because that's only for the nighttime show. Only for the nighttime show. Radiant Lily says, "Ooh, you should tell me how to do the special stuff if you have it all worked out." Well, for the animations, I am kind of um, well, I'm using the blink animation in the PNG Tuber software, so that's how I'm flashing. And I've basically there's different. If you go into the top right hotbar, there's buttons you can assign um, hotkeys to the different like facial expressions, like different like you can make it switch models if you assign it to the button, and that's what I'm doing. So whenever I press 1, it goes to the normal one, and whenever I press 2, it goes to the special blinking one. And then the rest of it is just finagling the animation with the blinking. Just I'm taking advantage of the blinking animation basically. I don't know how to add in more frames than just the 1 2 1 2 for now. But yeah, that's what I have squared away. That's how I'm able to do that. But it also lends itself quite nicely to this neon sign thing, so I'm not really complaining about it. It's just a limitation that is driving a creative process. That's all that is. They say, don't let the don't let the medium control you. Well, I'm letting the medium control me, and the results seem fine. The results seem fine. Sometimes limitations are alright. Sorry, I'm not a free agent, free of any context. Professor Nerd. Whoa, why'd it get so red? That was kind of horrific. Why is it so red in this one spot? Why? That's horrific. Okay, I think it's just the daylight coming up, but that's kind of freaky. That's kind of freaking me out. Yeah, Radiant Lily says, I like when limitations lend themselves to new discoveries. I do too. I do too. Sometimes you gotta just work with them. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. Guess what? I live in a world with gravity and real materials and people. If I wasn't working for people, I don't know. What am I working for? Just intellectual gobbledygook. Come on, you got to put your means to an end here. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it can lead to great things for all people, but other times it's just gobbledygook. And it's gobbledygook for gobbledygook's sake. And it references itself. And then people give you a big pat on the back for being so intellectual and groundbreaking. And then you've completely you've completely left normal people behind on your quest for intellectual purity. You've completely left them behind. And I think to an extent that might be the point. It might be some kind of exclusionary act. That's what I really think. It's to demarcate yourself as the superior or whatever. Because I don't know, I'm talking about a very specific thing here, and I'm a little bit tired, so I'm a little bit incoherent. But if you kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about, you've probably experienced it. But I really do think that's what drives a lot of, well, for lack of a better term, ugliness in the world, is this quest for this intellectual but also exclusionary um, sort of superiority that you're trying to drive over other people. I really think that is. I'm trying to peel back the mask here. I really do think that is a driver of a lot of otherwise nonsensical things in design or otherwise. Yeah, you could call it pretentious, I suppose, but you know, pretension can also be beautiful. But what happens whenever beautiful becomes democratized? Well, then it just becomes a big mud-slinging event as to prove your exclusive status on the world stage. And that's whenever you start getting billionaires doing outrageous stuff like, I don't know, making coffee tables out of used medical supplies or something. At least that's my crackpot theory on things. Now, again, this is a sleep deprived and slightly irate Glitchy that this is coming from. But, you know, they do stuff like that. They do stuff like that up on the top. Or at least the loud ones do. I'm not saying all of them do. I can't just make generalizing statements like that. There's some people that, you know, they'll auction off worn out shoes. Oh, hi, Farlander. Hi, Farlander. I knew you'd pop in eventually. I'm about to go to sleep for the night. You're catching the very end of a late night live. You know, I don't usually go this late, especially not during the school year, but here we are. I'm trying to explain things from my perspective, and I'm kind of making theories that can't be proven really, or at least not without stretching, you know, making some stretches. I gotta reach out a little bit to make some of these claims, but I'm just kind of theorizing. I'm theorizing about weird stuff that goes on out there. Okay? There's aliens and they got eggs and they're laying eggs in everybody's brains and they're controlling us. Okay? They're out there and they're after you. That's what I'm saying, Farlander. Radiant Lily says, "Did you ever show me your wizard tuber?" Wizard tuber got canned because I forgot to save the Illustrator file and now it's just a random PNG. I don't even know if I think I'd like it's in my computer somewhere. It's it's not that good anyway. It's not that good anyway. You're not missing out on much. Well, I thought I'd get done with this wall today. It looks like it's gonna have to wait maybe another stream, but I'll probably take some time tomorrow and do some mining off camera. Uh-oh. And you're just gonna have to trust me that I'm not cheating these things in. But we made pretty good progress on this little golden black back splash, didn't we? Yes, we did. Yes, we did, you little slop goblins. Gobbling up the slop. We get very, very slappy on these streams. Oh god, I really do need to go to bed. I'm getting outrageous. Someone needs to shut me up. Alright, Glitchy, go to bed. Time for bed, Glitchy. Time for bed. I know, I know. I'm getting a little loopy now. Man, that's looking good. I'm really digging that gold backsplash. It's gonna be done soon. It's gonna be done sooner than I expected. Oh man, it's looking real good. It's looking real good. I'm digging it. Yeah. Still need to figure out how to light up the face of Plush Puff in there, but we're getting there. It's looking good. Radiant Lily says, "You're shockingly coherent for how late it is." Well, that is all thanks to my wizarding brew. That and I kind of laid off of it for a week, so it reset. You know, it kind of reset my system. So, in a roundabout way, I'm saying whenever I log off of this stream, I'm just gonna be sitting there with my eyes closed in the bed, not sleeping. But regardless, I think this is good progress to end the stream on. Good progress. I'm digging that gold. Digging that gold because I've been digging for gold. I've, yep, yep, I'm liking it. I'm liking that little splash of color. It's gonna look even better whenever I get that beacon out of the way too. That's just a service beacon. That's temporary. That's a construction beacon. Ah, don't feel too bad, Farlander. I'm usually not up this late. You, this is a rare occasion for you. But anyway, with all that said, I think I'm gonna sign off for the night. Good night, everybody. Good night. I'll see ya someday soon. I'll sing you a song. I'm ad-libbing a song. I'm signing you off. Good night. Good night. Good night. Night night, you little freaks. Get out of here.